All right, Kyrie Irving is saying he doesn't want to be a distraction, which everybody's laughing at that in the NBA world. When asked, what is his, he said that he's not going to take any questions about his long-term future with the Dallas Mavericks. That got everybody thinking that he actually don't want to be in Dallas. Okay. And now he don't want to be a distraction, but that's all he's been throughout his NBA career. I mean, also you go all the way back thinking about him and Chris Paul, not him and Deion Waiters beefing, to him and LeBron, and him wanting to leave and not be in Bron's shadow, tearing up the Celtics locker room, the whole Brooklyn Nets saga from being injured to leaving the arena when Kobe passed away and not playing, then walking away from the team for personal reasons, being seen at the birthday party, and the jab. You just keep going on and on. And then also we talk about how Phoenix wanted a deal for Kyrie and Kevin Durant, and that's why they tried to trade Chris Paul for. That's why they was trying to send Chris Paul to the Brooklyn, so they can get both of them. So, but yeah, speak on it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. So, the thing he want being a distraction, he want to answer those questions. Yeah, of course. It all depends on who paying. And is Dallas willing to facilitate a trade? See, Dallas got some leverage here that people ain't talking about. Because not too many people going to have the money to trade for Kyrie, to pick Kyrie or Irving up. Now, if Kyrie going to take a shorter deal, and then once he under the salary cap, when he eligible for extension, then get cashed out, that's the question. That's the $1 million question. So is he gonna be able to take a smaller deal, then wait until he can get extension for a max contract? And then the question is, anybody gonna be willing to give him a max contract? I'm not sure how many teams got money coming into the offseason. Detroit is one of them because I'm a Piston fan and I know that. But the Lakers ain't gonna have too much money. So, they still would need, and Mark Cuban hate the Lakers, so they still would need Dallas to facilitate something. And I guess the way his camp, if he don't want to be there, the way his camp looking at it is, all right, they gonna just give all that away for nothing. They gonna want something for Kyrie. So we gonna want something for Kyrie, and it's better to get something in for nothing. So of course it's a distraction already, and Dallas knew when they traded for him it was gonna be a distraction. He don't want to be there. I don't know why. Dallas is a good player. I don't really get why people, a lot of these dudes, they just love to go to California or whatever. And I understand LA is dope and all that, but the taxes be killing you for one. So that's 41 games. If you regular season, the taxes coming out your check. You can't have your weapon like you want to have your weapon and all that stuff. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes they just spoil their head belt, and that's what bent where they want to go at. And like I said before, if that's where you want to go, that's where you want to go. You're really gonna build a franchise on styrofoam with him and Anthony Davis, or either or can get injured, because it ain't gonna be about LeBron at that point for too much longer. So like I said, it is gonna be a distraction, but Dallas know what they signed up for, and they hope Jason Kidd can make it work and all that type of stuff. But with Dallas willing to sit there and say, you know what, bro, we'll let this joker walk, and we'll try to woo somebody else in free agency, or we'll try to make something else happen around Luka Doncic, in which Luka's a tough guy to play with because he dominate the ball so much. And Jason Kidd, people can look at the assists. Assists are just assists. They don't tell you how great a point guard that you really are. Luka gonna have to learn like Chauncey Billups did when he got to Detroit, when to score and when not to score. And I don't see that happening without continuous failure. Even with Kyrie coming there, he gonna have to continue to fail like Michael Jordan did. When Michael had to say, you know what, Phil, you right. Let me get his ball up. Let me use my teammates. And that's what he gonna have to do until Luka uses his teammates. It's gonna be hard getting somebody to stay there. Don't nobody want to come there. Brunson was the perfect guy. And you see Brunson got out of his shadow, and Brunson just dropped the 40 ball Monday. So at the end of the day, you got to have a perfect team around him. You got to have somebody like Scottie Pippen who's going to be able to check their ego. But the crazy thing about it is they don't build players like Scottie Pippen no more. They don't build somebody that going to handle the ball, going to check their ego, who going to be able to shoot just enough, who going to be able to attack the rim defensively, do all the little dirty shit so Michael can shine. and put up with Mike or Luka bullshit. Them low maintenance type players don't really exist like that no more. Everybody feel like they that nigga in their own, or they that guy in their own mindset. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Luka gonna have to change. And a lot of these brothers ain't gonna want to like just take a backseat to a white boy neither. That's how they looking at it. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard to get people to play with Luka, bro. This is the best opportunity to show that, you know what, I could be more of a facilitator than a scorer. And that's what he's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to be more of a facilitator, and that's gonna have to happen. Michael had to go through the same transition. Yeah, you get 30, 40 points a game, but you're not gonna win doing that in the playoffs. His conditioning showed that he can't carry that load. And nobody really could. Will scored all them points, was what, 1 for 9 or 1 for 6 in the finals? So that's one thing that he gonna have to figure out, that it's a grind. And you're gonna have to share the rock. You're gonna have to defend, you're gonna have to facilitate, you're gonna take a step back and trust your teammates and pick and choose when it's time to score. Do the little shit, rebound, facilitate. Look the pass, and then you'll know, that just comes with experience. It took Chauncey a long time to figure that out. When to score, when to kill. An effective 23 points is more effective than an ineffective 40 points. He gonna have to figure that out. Anybody that scored that amount of points for real ain't never really been successful at winning this league. Tracy McGrady, Wilt Chamberlain, you can go on and on and on. So he got to focus on taking some of that offensive energy, turn into defensive energy, and some of that offensive scoring and turn into facilitating. It's taking a step back. But with Kyrie Irving, he probably don't want to stay there, and I don't understand why, man. Dallas is a nice place. And his white baby mama from down there, too. It's a nice place. But they said Phoenix was hoping to trade for Chris Paul and Kevin Durant. So that's why they was willing to offer up Kyrie for Chris Paul. Then they was going to try to double back for Kevin Durant. They weren't going to let them have their cake and eat it, too. They weren't going to let them have their cake and eat it, too. They wasn't going to let Kevin Durant and Kyrie go to Phoenix and do what they want to do. And they was willing to give up Chris Paul for it. They was willing to give up Chris Paul for it to happen. Chris Paul understands it's a business. But I would rather just stick with Chris Paul in that scenario, honestly. I roll the dice. Him and Kyrie he just as fragile as Kyrie. But he gonna be there because he won a ring. And I think Chris Paul is a better overall player than Kyrie. Overall, I got Chris Paul better than Kyrie, but right now he's a better point guard for Phoenix to get everybody fed. Kyrie just a scorer and 2 guard. He a fake ass Allen Iverson. Hate to say it, he a fake ass Allen Iverson. Exactly what he is. He can't depend on him. He like the generic Iverson. Everybody say he's the most talented. You ain't the talented if you can't be available. Chris Paul gonna get that rock to them dudes and get them boys in the right situation. So Chris Paul, and then Chris Paul gonna see a lot of single coverage. It's gonna be games where Chris Paul gonna have to go get 30. Because they gonna sit on Kevin Durant, they gonna sit on Devin Booker, they gonna challenge him to get 30. And guess what? He gonna go get 30. They gonna challenge DeAndre Ayton to go out there and continue, to be consistent. And it's gonna be up to Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton and the supporting cast to pick it up some nights for KD and Devin Booker. And it sounds crazy. It's gonna be spots in the playoffs where they gonna say, well, DeAndre Ayton, Chris Paul, Cameron Payne, everybody else, y'all gonna have to beat us. And Chris Paul will do it Chris Paul probably gotta get 5 or 6 good nights like that in the playoffs all together. But DeAndre Ayton gotta be the guy that do it. He gotta check his ego. He gotta be mature, turn the video games off, whatever distracting him. The shit with Monty Williams, you're gonna be better off for that down the road. He gonna have to beast. So I don't know who all still over there, but I think they better off with letting Chris Paul run that show. I heard they trying to add Carmelo Anthony and all that type of stuff. They just want bad omens. Carmelo ain't winning nothing in this league, and no matter how bad they want Carmelo to win, it ain't happening. Whatever it is, wherever he go, it ain't a good show. And Melo good. I said love Melo, but don't look like he gonna be part of a winning team. Some guys just ain't meant to get ships like Karl Malone. Gary Payton and Karl Malone didn't get a ship in LA. Karl Malone say, F this, I'm done. He wasn't chasing the scoring record or nothing. He said, after this, Gary Payton went on in Miami. And without Gary Payton going to Miami, they don't win a championship. Let him, pretty much what he said. He said he the one that told, Shaquille O'Neal that he need to take a step back, and it's Dwayne Wade's team now. He said Shaq ain't want to do it. He said Shaq ain't want to do that. And, he said he had to pull Shaq to the side and say, bro, we only going to go as far as this kid take us. So he played an integral part in Miami winning the championship. When they beat Detroit, was it 05 or Sixers. So, but like I said before, they was trying to go for the whole gusto, but you better off with Chris Paul. Same durability, probably a little bit better availability with Chris Paul. Chris Paul won't it. But it's gonna be nice for Chris Paul. Gotta go get 30, 40 points out there. Trust me, it's gonna be nice. Somebody injured or somebody nicked up or somebody having a bad game. It's gonna be up to DeAndre and Chris Paul. They're gonna be very integral parts of them if they're gonna win a championship. And I'm not sure they can. So defensively they gotta come together, and that's number one. But we'll see. But check out the NBA Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. My link tree, the first link in the description. Peace.